Welcome to PeopleAdmin, William & Mary's online position management and applicant tracking system. To get started, you can access the site two different ways. The URLs are https://jobs.wm.edu/hr or https://jobs.wm.edu/jobs.wm.edu/hr/sso, and that one will take you directly to our single sign-on site. If you go to the first URL I mentioned, you would click here to log in with the William & Mary user ID. I have already been using my single sign-on login, which means that because I have logged in once, it's kind of keeping me logged in, which is one of the great features of single sign-on. So when you first log in, you're going to come into the applicant tracking system, which is the blue. You'll know that because you have a blue header. You'll also know that because over here you see applicant tracking. You can easily toggle between applicant tracking and position management by hovering over this, and then you see you can click on position management. So let's take a tour first of your home page. You have your home tab here, and I always mention in trainings that if you're lost or you want to kind of get your bearings back, you can always click on home and it will take you to your home page. In the applicant tracking, you're going to be looking at a postings tab, which has staff and professional faculty, and instructional and executive positions. Now we can take a look at any of the postings that I might have by clicking on staff and professional, and you can see it's brought up the summer aid position. The detail that I have in this saved search, which is active applications, the department, the employment category, the job open date, the job close date, the workflow state, and who are the hiring officials for that particular posting. You can create your own saved searches, and I will show you how to do that in another video, but we do normally have several different saved searches available to you. All you have to do is click here and you can see the different choices that have already been saved and created for you in the system. Now you also have hiring proposals. I don't think I have any hiring proposals available, but you would just click on the position type and any pending hiring proposals that you have would show up there. Now let's go back to your home page and talk about my profile. My profile is your profile. If you click on that, it will bring up the information about you. You can click on edit, and you'll be able to make a couple changes that might be of interest to you. You can decide what group you want to have as your preferred group when you log in. If you have two different user types or several different user types, you can see there's several here. I can decide that every time I log in, I always want to be the hiring official. If I also have to be employment, then I can decide that I always want to be employment. So that's a choice you can make. And then you can also decide here whether or not you always want to come in applicant tracking or if you want to come in position management. These other two are not available to you. So I've got applicant tracking that's chosen for my preferred login. So we didn't make any changes, so I can hit cancel, but if we had, we could do update user. Alright, let's go back to the home page. I want to show you a couple more features here. The first thing I want to show you is we talked about different user types, and if you see right here where it says Lynn Riggs, you have two messages, but it also shows that I'm logged in as a hiring official. If I wanted to choose one of the other logins, I could do that here simply by clicking on it and then hitting the refresh button. And the system will show me that I'm now viewing as a member of the employment group. I can get rid of that message by clicking here. If I want to go back to being a hiring official, I simply click here, hit refresh, and now I'm back as a member of the hiring official group. Some other pieces of your home page are your inbox. You can do just about anything you need to do from your inbox. You have access to postings, and that's the postings that we talked about up here. You have access to your hiring proposals, and those are the same hiring proposals we talked about up here. But you also have access to your actions. Actions are items that are in the position management module, and those deal all with position descriptions. Now if we go down here to your watch list, scroll down a little bit, to your watch list, you can still see postings, hiring proposals, and actions. The watch list lets you do simply what it says, watch an item. When you are taking an action on any of these three types of items, you'll be able to click a box and say, I want to watch this item. And you can watch it as it goes through the approval process. Now over here, I want to talk about my links. These are some useful links we have built into the system. This first help is PeopleAdmin's generic help. You can click on the applicant portal. You can go to some helpful resources that we have available on the HR website. Your employment and compensation analysts, you have those that have been assigned to your department who are there to help you through managing through the system. Compensation analysts are there to help you manage the position module and answer questions, anything that you have about positions. And your employment specialist is there to help you manage through the applicant tracking and answer any questions that you might have about that piece of the system. If you click here, you'll be taken to an Excel spreadsheet that lists your banner org, your division, the department, who is the compensation analyst, and who is the employment specialist. We do not list the employment specialist for instructional and executive because Sharon Gatling is the employment specialist for all of those. So you go here, let's say we are with biological sciences, and follow here, you find out that Liz McAleese is your compensation analyst, so she's available to help answer any questions that you might have on the position management side. And Jewel Jefferson is your employment specialist who can help answer any questions that you might have on the employment side. Now let's go here and look at some of the other resources we have. We have workflows. Workflows are divided into the position management and the recruitment and selection, which is applicant tracking. And if you click here, you can see that we're talking about staff and professional positions and the workflow for updating and reclassifying an existing position description. So we can click on that, and it shows you the process, the workflow, and where it's going to go and how it needs to be approved. And we have that for all of the actions in position management, and we have it also for recruitment and selection. We also have quick steps. These are the steps to refill a position, to manage applicants, and to take when hiring a temporary. So if you click on this, you're going to see it looks a little different. It's just kind of a different view to show you what has to happen in order to refill a position with an approved position description. If you're brand new to the system, which you are, the how-to guides are wonderful. They're very detailed. We can look at the position management for creating a new position, and you can see that you have the ones for recruitment and selection. But let's look at this one. And what I just want to do is kind of scroll through to show you how detailed it is. So if you feel like you want to sit down, review this while you're sitting in the system, this will tell you step by step what you need to do. These are excellent resources, and they're available for you. And then now we are creating these new how-to videos. Right now we only have one video other than this one, and that is how to refill a position with an approved position description. So those are the resources that we have on our website, and you can get to them very quickly when you're in the system. And then also when you're in the position management side, you may need to have access to the classification and compensation review form. So we're talking about position management there, so let's go up and move over into position management so you can see how it looks. You simply toggle up here, find position management, and click on it. Now you knew you were in applicant tracking because it was blue. Now you know you're in position management because it's this coral orange side. It looks very similar. Your inbox and your watch list are the same, and your links are the same. You still have your home page, but now you have position descriptions, and you see you have staff and professional, then you have staff and professional actions, instructional and instructional and executive actions. The difference between this one and this one, these are your approved position descriptions. These are position descriptions that you are now trying to make a change to. Either you're reclassifying, you're updating, you're creating a new one, you're doing something and they're in process and under review and in the workflow. So that's the difference between the two. And to look at them, you simply click on here. These are going to be any approved position descriptions that you have in your bucket. In other words, ones that you're listed as the hiring official for. Same process over here. You have saved searches. You can create new searches if you want, and we'll show you how to do that in another upcoming video. The role title here is mainly used by compensation, and again you have an access to your My Profile. So I hope that this is helpful for you, and if you have any questions, of course, please don't hesitate to call us in Human Resources. We're always here and happy to help you. Thank you very much, and good luck.